everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be tackling this little picture here from the free PDF by Rita Berman. So we're going to get started with the water. So the first shade that I'm going to go in with is our lightest shade of blue, which is Periwinkle 502, and we're just going to do a light base coat on the water. I just filmed this video, a video for this picture, but I'm not 100% on how it came out. I don't know if I actually like it or not, so I don't know whether to post it. So you guys should let me know in the comments if you want to see that video and I'll post it, but if not I can redo it because this is a PDF, so I can just print it off again and redo that one and then post the redone version. So let me know in the comments what you want me to do about that one, whether you think I should post it or whether you should do it again and post the new one. So that's our base coat. So then I'm going to go in with Sky Blue A500. We're using the Arteza set today, and I'm just going to use this to add a bit of shade under the bridge because that would be a bit darker, and then I'm going to concentrate it on the edges. Add a bit of dimension. And here where we've got these swirls, I'm going to go over them as well. Make this a bit darker under here. And then around the boat. And then we're just going to do this edge up here. And put some under the tree. And then we're going to follow this line here, make this a bit darker. Then another colour which is a little bit darker again is Robin Egg Blue 503. So I'm just going to darken this up under here. And along here, put some right underneath the boat, and then I'm going to darken up under the bridge because that would be darker. I'm going to add some here over this line, and inside here, and follow that line down. And then just ease off the pressure to blend it out slightly. So anywhere you want it to be a little bit darker, just go in with this colour. Okay, and then going back in with Periwinkle, just going to go over this again, darken it up a little bit. Again, I'm just using light pressure, small circular motions. Okay, and that's our water for now. So next we're going to move on to the grass verge here. So for that we're going to use Matcha Green 609. We're going to go in with a light base on this. Take it right up to the blue. Then using Parakeet Green 607, we're going to use this to add in some grass. So here where we've got the little black lines, I'm just going to go over them. Just do little strokes to get your grass. And I'm just going to add some more in randomly. A few down there. Then taking Pear Green 603, we're going to add some more grass strokes in. So this is a bit more of a browny green colour. So this is going to give us a bit of a different texture. And I'm just doing small lines to make it look like little grass. So next we're going to move on to the bridge, and for that I've chosen Camel Brown. So I'm going to base it all in Camel Brown. And then for the bricks I've chosen Raw Umber 302. So we're just going to go ahead and fill these bricks in. Okay, so that's our bricks filled in. So then I'm going to take a slightly darker colour, so I'm going to go for Hazelnut Brown, and I'm going to fill in the underneath of the bridge to make that really dark. And then we're going to go in with Raw Sienna 301, and we're just going to add some shading. So here where the tree is would be a little bit darker, underneath the edge of the lip of the bridge. And this edge too. In between here, just take it a little bit up. Same again for that side. And then I'm going to do this bit here, a bit darker. And then going back in with Camel Brown, I'm going to go over that top bit. So we need a bit more pressure with Raw Sienna to darken this up. We might have to use a darker shade actually. Let's try a darker shade. So we'll use Raw Umber 302. And we'll just go over this. Darken up these edges. And then going back in with my Parakeet Green 607, I'm just going to go over these little lines here where she's put the grass coming up the bridge. We'll add some over here. And then going in with Sapphire Blue 505, we're going to fill in the insides of this so it's like the light's coming through, but it's obviously darker from that side. So next I think we'll tackle this little dock here. So the first shade that I'm going to use is Honey 105. I'm going to do a base coat all over this. Okay, and then going in with a darker brown, I'm going to use Hazelnut Brown 309. We're going to go and darken this up. So this bit here would be a bit darker and a little bit coming down. And then along this edge. This edge. And then we're just going to follow these lines that Rita's put in, just go over them. I'm going to add a little one in there and there. I think this bit here I'm going to do all dark, and these bits here where the wood joins. Just using really light pressure, I'm just going to go along this edge. And then just add an extra line in there. Give it a bit more texture. And then using Camel Brown 300, I'm going to go over that. And there's our little dog done. So we're going to use the same colours for the boat so that the boat matches. So again, we're going to go in with Honey 105. Then Hazelnut Brown. And again, we're going to go over the lines. And just add a little bit of shading here around the edge. And then going in with Camel Brown 300, just going to go over all of that. And then for the inside of the boat, I'm going to use Raw Sienna 301 because that would be a bit darker on the inside. So I'm going to add harder pressure here and then take it lighter as we get up to the top. And I might just go over that as well with Hazelnut Brown 309. So just this very inside edge, just darken that up. Okay. And then going in with Camel Brown, I'm going to fill in this line along here. There we go. So we'll do the same for the oars so that it all matches. So a base coat of honey. Then Hazelnut Brown for our shadows. So this one's going to be shaded here where the other one overlaps it, so we'll give that a bit of shade. And then I'm going to use these lines that Rita's drawn in. I'm going to use that to shade that edge of the paddle. I'll do the same on this one. And then this little bit here would be in shadow again from where it overlaps, so we'll add a little bit there. And then we're going to go over them with Camel Brown. Okay, so next we're going to move on to these trees. So I've chosen pear green, and I'm going to use this to add our base layer in. So I'm just going to go light pressure and fill these in. So now taking Matcha Green 609, we're going to go over these and we're going to add in some little lines over where Rita's put the lines. And I'm going to add some down here as well. And just randomly place these all over. And do the same for this one. And then taking Forest Green 614, we're going to do the same. So just add little strokes. And then going back in with Pear Green, we're going to add some shadow under here. So I'm just going in with little small circular motions and just darkening this up. And the same for this one. So just follow it all around where the tree overlaps. And then we're going to go in with Emerald Green 613, and we're going to do the same thing, add some darker strokes. So just keep building it up until you're happy with how it's looking. And then just going in with Pear Green again, I'm just going to darken up this top bit, so I'm just going to go over all the colours lightly. And now for these ones in the back, I think we're going to do them darker because they're a bit further back, so they would naturally be darker. So I'm going to go in with Fern 612, and I'm just going to base all of these. Gone over the cloud. Okay, so taking the eraser, I'm going to go over this bit here because I think this is meant to be cloud. Lighten it up as best as we can. Okay, that's as good as that's going to get. Okay, so now going in with Forest Green, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the lines that Rita's put in here and just darken them up. Do the same for this one. And this one. and then just fill in this line that goes across. And then what we're going to do is just use a bit lighter pressure, but bring this colour up onto the top. And slightly darken up this bit here, but again just with light pressure. And then we're going to go in with Parakeet Green 607, and I'm just going to fill in this middle part here and this bottom bit here. And then we're going to go over the tops, just using light pressure, and bring that down into the other green. We'll just do the very top of this bit. Going in with Lemon Yellow 104, we're going to do the stars. So we're going to have bright stars this time. And I'm going to go back in with Sapphire Blue, which is what we use to do these bits, and I'm going to fill in the background in Sapphire Blue. So it's like a dark nighttime scene. Okay, so that's our background for the night time. Then taking Matcha Green, I'm going to fill in the edges here. For the clouds, I'm going to base them in Periwinkle Blue 502. So I'm just going to do a light coat all over. Using UBE Purple 410, I'm just going to lightly add some purple into the clouds. So I'm going to go over this bit, which is where I put the green, to try and disguise that. So fill that bit in. And I'm going to go around this edge here. A little bit here. And then on this one, I'm going to go in this bit, just using circular motions. And then just bring the pressure off as you come out into the blue. And we'll do some over here. This little bottom corner. And I think we'll do a bit here where this one is behind there. Then going back in with Periwinkle Blue 502, I'm going to go over that with a bit more pressure and blend it all together. Okay, so that's our clouds done. And I've just realised I've forgotten this little tree here. How rude of me. So we're going to do him darker, because he's a little bit further back, so we'll make him a little bit darker. So fern green as a base. Make him look like a real conifer. There we go. And then forest green 614. I'm going to add some little strokes in. Give him a bit of texture. And then I'm going to go in with pear green 603 and add a few lighter strokes into him. Whilst I've got forest green 614 out, I'm actually going to add a tiny little amount of this onto the grass. I'm going to focus it at these back edges. Do a little bit here. A little bit there. There we go. So I'm going to go in with my Posca pen and we're going to outline the clouds. So just follow the lines. So that's our clouds outlined, and then I'm just going to add a few little dots in the blue as stars. And then we're just going to go over the lines in the water. And there you go, you guys, that's our finished page. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.